That was your check engine light because your engine just exploded. No worries though. Stop by Atlas Motor Co. We can replace that engine, put a whole new engine in your car. John back there is putting a whole new engine in this X3. So it doesn't matter if you need a new engine, we can replace it, or we can sell you a new X3. This guy here is selling BMWs harder than last time. Stop by today, give us a call, or check out the Instagram, send us a DM.
What's up guys? We got an N20 here that timing chains took a dump. We're gonna show you a quick, easy way to check your oil pump chain. You pull out the motor. This one looks a little bit loose to me. I don't know.
I think it looks fine, man.
You think that's okay?
I think that's all right.
What about all these extra parts down here? Like these timing chain guides and these springs and...
Dude, you can just throw them back in there. I think it'll be all right. Oh, perfect.
Ah, this will be good.
All right, go and throw that cover back on. Let's start her up.
And we're gonna put a new motor in it. But while I have this thing in here, I wanted to show you a quick and easy way to prime these engines before you start them with oil. And I want to show you how to do that. So on an N20, N52, etc., you're gonna have this connector that plugs into the DME. It's a slide connector. And this connector right here runs, and basically it's connected to your ignition coils and your injectors. So if you disconnect this and try to start the car will crank but will not start because the injectors are disconnected and the ignition coils are disconnected. So the car will just crank. And what that is doing is it allows the engine to prime the oil system in case you're doing an oil filter housing gasket or some kind of engine repair and you just want a quick way to prime the engine with oil. That's the fastest way to do it.
Wiggle it, John, yeah.
This is it. That's the connector. So then on the newer B-Series engines, you have your DME right here. And this last connector right here, which you have to unplug, this one, every one in order to get to this one, because you can't just pull this one out. But you basically unplug this, pull out the last connector, which is this, and it runs over to your injector harness and your ignition coils. Then you plug all these back in, you go to start the car, it'll just crank. It's building up oil pressure, and then after you crank it a few times, you shut the car off, connect this connector back into the DME, and then reconnect those, and then the car will start.
So is this example just on like a newer?
On the newer B-Series engines, yeah. So if you have to prime the engine oil, doing a pump or an engine, doing an oil pump rather, like you just take this last connector out of the equation and then the car will not start. It will crank, but it will not fire. And that is because the injectors and the ignition coils are disconnected.
You know how you go to a hospital, you get a bill, you come back and you're like, how the heck did I spend this much money? You have no idea what you bought, no idea what service you got. All you know is you're still in pain, your problem's not fixed. Well, guess what? The car industry's going the same way. Transparency, out the window. All these shops are taking it and saying, hey Jay, guess what? Your car's broken, here's the bill. You ask for a breakdown. What parts did I get? What labor I got? I don't know. They say, hey, guess what? Your car's fixed for now. Here at Atlas, we're a little bit different. We are all about transparency. You come in, you get your car serviced, you buy a car from us. You know exactly what was fixed. You see this? These are the parts that the car got. We got part numbers here. How long did it take? See, 4.3 hours at 169. We tell you what's up. We tell you what it costs. You know what you're getting, you know what you're paying for, and nobody else seems to care. So if you don't see this kind of breakdown on your repair order, you might want to find a new shop. All right, Jay, so what we're gonna do is talk about a few different ways that you can put the top down on a BMW E93. It's a super simple system. It's so good that they continued into the 4 Series, same part number. But a few customers wanna know how to put the top down properly. And what's awesome on these, there's a few different ways. As you can see, I'm standing here outside the car, car's not started. All I do is I have the key in the door, turn it to unlock, and it goes through its whole sequence. So you can jump in, enjoy the car with the top down. All right, so it's a sunny day. You wanna enjoy the top down your E93. Step one is to get to your trunk. You wanna open it up here and make sure that your trunk partition is down. When it's down and locked in, you also want to make sure that there's nothing on top of it on either side, because that will just get in the way of the top coming down properly. Let me show you a quick way to know if this isn't down. The easiest way to tell if your partition is not in the correct position is to start by hitting the top down button, and you'll get this notification on the dash. Now that you got your trunk partition in the correct location, you can use this switch to operate the top on your E93. Press it down like you would for a window going down, and the sequence will start. The windows will go down, and then the top will stop going down in its three-piece section here. The last bit of it will be this light going off. When the light in the middle is off, you know that the operation is complete and you can enjoy the convertible. If the operation is not complete, you'll see it flashing red here, and you'll get the same partition notice you did in the middle before, except this time it'll be red. That's indicating to you that the sequence isn't complete. What you can do is continue to hold the button either up or down until the light goes off and you know that you're ready to go. Putting the top back up is the opposite of putting it down. You take the switch in here and, like a window switch, pull it up and the sequence will start. Once again, you want to continue to hold it until all lights are off here, indicating to you that it's completed. When putting the top up, the windows also roll up to the top to let you know you're good to go.